just kind of be in observership of areas in your life where you can lean in and allow for this cleansing to happen for you. So it really is just a great time. There really is a lot of energy on the opposing side of the moon, quite honestly, but it's bringing us all into this awareness. So with all of that, let's start with the season of Libra, since this goddess of the night is in your quadrant. So just know, Libra, you've got the power. I love that song. You've got the power. This energy of this full moon, this pink moon, is going to bring this culmination of a significant personal project, maybe an endeavor that you've been very, very, very focused upon that means the world to you. So really stand in your illumination and demand your worth, your value in all aspects of your life. I see this like shining out in all of the quadrants of your natal chart. Demand your worth in every area, every aspect of your life.
Inshallah and Ashe. As always, blessings to you, my energetic beings. We're 11:01, and it is a fantastic Friday. It truly, authentically, really is. And are you ready to live in your Dharma instead of your karma, flipping the switch? So there's a reality, a new one forming, the reality of who we are aligned with how the world responds to us. It kind of ricochets. So while we're waiting for people to hop onto the show, dive into the replay, taking a moment for that pause point and the breath. So how the world senses you, the environment, our thoughts, our beliefs, the love we have for ourselves, the feelings we get within ourselves when we authentically love ourselves, even valuing ourselves and opening up to receive, be in receivership of all the galactic goodness, the spirit, the oneness connection. We're all part of this, right? And so much more. So the key to influencing who we are is the response team, our responders out into the world. The real influencer is, of course, you, the way you treat you. So if you're able to hold the keynote, the emotional tone, that frequency of how you feel inside of your heart, you deserve to be treated by yourself, inside of yourself. So you may have a sense of maybe some vulnerability under this energy, but the best prescription, the best medicine is literally to love and protect our Dharma. I woke up with that this morning and I'm flowing with it. So love and living in a space of our Dharma, or are we living in a space of our karma, literally flipping the switch? So it's time to be in our soul's authenticity, our Dharma, living, possibly bringing in the dream world and recalibrating that to bring the dream into this world. So really paying attention and pay gratitude, paying it forward into your Dharma for your own efforts, for who you are inside of yourself, and honor the being that resides within you, the star that you are, honoring our character qualities that we're building. You know what? I am building my Dharma. I've got my print shirt on today. I'm so excited. And we're kind of escalating into the greatness, if you will, the all, the oneness, the highest self and our highest timeline. And just knowing that we are beyond worthy and we are fearless in our essence. You know, the material world does not exist in the other world, and it's kind of an interesting choreography. So I know going live every day, I try to just stay in the optimistic corridor, paying it forward. So when we add the element of surprise, we're in this greatness, we're in this escalated frequency. It's the good and the gooder, the feelings of the feelings. So you have to ask yourself, are you dimming your light or are you shining it brighter than ever before? So with that, welcome to the Daily Snippet. I am your host. I'm a practicing holistic shaman medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon, and a reflector by design. I do go by the term holistic shaman medium, which is just a choreography of all these characters, merging them all together. And my intention is to really utilize the indigenous technologies, the elemental realm, the imaginal realms, our original divine blueprint, navigating our soul's harmonic through these realms, dimensions, portals, and really timelines, all the good things, even gateways. We're kind of in this with offerings, prescriptions, medicine, personal medicine, ritual, the otherworldly kind, insights that come in through dream space for me to really add to your main stage container. The origin rituals are the origin. They're food for our soul. Our personal medicine, activating our prime directive, our gift and our purpose. We all have a gift. We all have a purpose. so that your light shines even brighter. I mean, there's so much goodness out there if you live in that space, right? But my name is Tonya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. And of course, if you have yet to subscribe, please do, YouTube or otherwise, by design. Tonya D on YouTube and my Musing with Tonya D podcast. So we're in the season of Aries. This is like, who am I inside of me, and how do I treat myself on the day to day? What's the imagery? What's the environment? But before I go any further, oh my gosh, gratitude. Thank you for my new subscribers. I haven't quite hit my intention, but I'm still navigating it. Maybe I'll get the element of surprise a little later today. You know, I still got 24 hours, 12 hours, something like that. So thank you. Thank you for entering the village, new peeps in the community, few new subscribers, validation. I always like to give a voice of acknowledgement that I do see you, new friends and guests arriving to the show, the container, the community, and of course, those of you that have been a part of my journey since the beginning. It really does take a village, a community, a tribe. Gratitude and blessings to you and for you. And thanks for joining in so I can spark your fire. And of course, those that do tune in later, watch the replay. And if you don't mind hitting the white rabbit, the white button, hitting the bell, so you're notified again when I do go live. So a comment, of course, if you feel that you're in need of a message. Sometimes we're in this choreography and we're having energetic hiccups. Sharing is just another way of paying it forward, caring. You can also find me on TikTok. Just remember, I am your otherworldly shamanic reflecting assistant. I see things quite differently. I do get downloads, dream space. Usually when you book a session, the universe is already guiding me on the forces of adversity before I even get to you. It's quite interesting, but either way, you are your own healer. But sometimes we have these energetic hiccups, and we do need an otherworldly life coach assistant, myself included, to get us out of our own magical way. And the daily snippet, what's this all about? Well, the daily snippet is about the cosmic insights, the planets. We're a part of them. They're a part of us. We're all in this choreography with atoms and neutrons and all things. So by design, I do follow the lunar energies of the moon through the seasons as well as the gates. I find there's some secret sauce in there. And I do have a gate activated on this day as well. I'm going to tune into that too. And our root channel, our root center, feeling the physicality, feeling empathy, going into the womb. Like if you can go back to your womb state, your early childhood, our manifestations are taking form into the Earth star for all of the world to see today. And the elementals, the 4 pillars. I do a mystery guest on Sundays in my private group, The Rising of the Origins on Facebook. I'm kind of recalibrating that. I might move myself into a community off the grid, quite honestly. A different virtual medicine room, I guess. I do tune into the subtle energy centers as well. The channels and the pathways, usually through the 4 pillars, actually, and even our auric fields. But being that we are in this corridor, we are really initiating, we're taking a new form of how we treat ourselves. It's becoming manifest of who we are. That's why I brought in the Dharma. Like, am I being authentic to who I am? And it's like, it's taking shape. How are you treating yourself on the inside? Whether it's upgrading your nutrition quotient, maybe you're adding a new exercise routine, whatever it is, even your village, the people around you, whatever that looks like, we're all going through this. But we're in a day of physical authenticity. The actions we take or initiated are literally, they're taking form. They're being instigated. They're being installed. It's like getting the galactic download. So in life, we have a variety of characters and temperatures, and all of these characters are literally a part of us, and we are part of them. But today is a day of our character choreography. What characters are you in? Your energetic field. What is their elemental structure? Are they bringing you something, or are they dimming your light? So there's this energy of things forming, manifesting. Things are coming together. They're growing, they're birthing, they're budding. They're taking shape and form. So during the day, you may feel somewhat maybe exposed, maybe insecure, because it's unfamiliar. So as we're in waiting, like in the waiting room, waiting for things to really take shape, come together and form, it's time to give space, extra time, extra space, extra love. We're like simmering in the cosmic soup, if you will, and having trust, extra space for trusting who we are, trusting ourselves, and protecting this space, our energetic field. Nothing gets into the physical body until it's gone through all of our energetic fields. So scrubbing the fields is just as important as scrubbing the house, which is also part of the field. It's just how it works. So where what we are creating really feels solid, feels secure. You may feel as if you are not loving what you have around you. Maybe you want to get rid of some manifested things. And you return all the things back to sender. Send them back with love, the universal streams. And being solid in who you are, your authenticity, that love returns back to you. So return all the things back to sender with love. And so you get the love returned. And in knowing that you are worthy, oftentimes that takes a lot of courage to return things back to sender with love, because we know they don't feel good, especially when we're manifesting. We've got this new spirit operator and approach within us, which creating a new habit, the light of our authentic star. So the key to access all of these changes, shifts, transformation that we have been kind of making without any backtracking, if you will, stopping or hesitating, doing the dance, continuing on forward, moving forward to our Dharma, protecting our sacred space of all the changes. It could be from our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, people, actions, our environment that actually may be self-sabotaging our efforts or sabotaging them just in general. So really adding the elemental of love, joy, peace, inner peace, water, fire, the authenticity, nature, laughter, happiness, all the good and the gooder, the benefics to who we really are in our personal streams, our heart's chalice, just streaming it all in, a new behavior, a character, so that we do feel in our supported self. We are feeling supported all by our big and spirited self in this galactic transformation. And as the day flows forward in time and space, which I've been time surfing now, whole different thing than the thought surfing. However, you're going to feel all the greatness, all the goodness, and beyond of our new behavior, our Dharma within ourselves to become automatic on autopilot and just feel into that frequency. Really taking a breath and a pause, the element of surprise of the Dharma. Instead of like the energetic hiccup being negative, the force of adversity, have the energetic hiccup bring in the Dharma. Be in a place of authentic gratitude, see the blessings in disguise, counting them, each one, no matter how large, how small. Even if you look at what you have accomplished, look what you did, look what I did, even saying that out loud. And, oftentimes we do not pat ourselves on the back, but we do pat others, right? So patting them is actually a pat for you, being in that gratitude for the things that are actually going right. And take notice of what is your new character? What is that artistic character? What is that? Taking a bow, applauding yourself. Maybe you can see your third person, your higher self, applauding you for what you've done today, for all of the personal growth, even the hiccups, the tests, the energetic tests. So by owning ourselves and our Dharma, the change is happening for you, are starting to bloom and bud. They're bursting rapidly, possibly than ever before. But the main key to access this frequency is also love of it. Love. That is the bubble. Joy molecules even bubbling and having galactic protection field, even putting love in your field. The place around you as we're initiating and things are taking a new form, whether it's work, progress, you have done all the things to change your life and to take some soul credit. See yourself as the universe sees you. See yourselves as your Dharma instead of your karma, living that out, flipping the switch, literally. So just a few announcements, of course. I believe I'm going to do this gratitudely here. I have a new podcast out. There we go. This is Martin Christoph. What a great last name. Why Your Life is the Way It Is. You can find it on Apple, Spotify, maybe just Google Tonya D podcast, and you might find it on Amazon as well. Or just go to my website, tonyad.tv, and listen there. Great interview. Really fun. I just want to say we traveled many places. And we also have the Musing Moon meditation. The Libra Pink Moon is on my YouTube channel. And if your heart is calling you to be a mystery guest, in my Rising of the Origins, where I tune into your 4 pillars of destiny chart. The link is on, I usually send that on in my musing news, but I'm sure you could find it out there somewhere if you're part of my group there. And I also have coming out soon, The Witcher's Way to Manifestation. We're still choreographing that. It's getting a facelift at the moment. So if you do want to dive into your cosmic soup, tuning into an elemental, the energetic centers, and just recalibrating your manifestation abilities, because we all manifest differently. So mapping out our divine design to manifest is actually going to re-choreograph all of this for us. So you might be blocked in your root center, and that's generally where manifestation has to land. It could be your red zone and the shadows of the ghost of the darkness. So we kind of need to recalibrate and cleanse these, just depending energetically when you arrived into the earth plane. There's an entire choreography that goes on with that, actually. So just comment if you would love an opportunity to join for this. It's going to be super fun. And we also have Mongolia, 10 magical souls who wish to travel to the spirits of the land, getting to the origin, the medicine people, the shamans there. And today, by design, I can't believe it. This week, I almost have a gate every day activated. So I don't know if you could feel it in my presence, but I can feel it in my bones. So it's a different frequency energy there. But by design, I find these on the web, by the way. I have gate 7 and 31 activated for your musing pleasure. This is called the Alpha Channel. It's for good or bad. It's the design of leadership. It's a collective kind of energy. The gate 7 is the role of the self, and the 31 is this leading energy. So this is an energy of collective leadership out into the future. This to me feels like the Merlin effect. So it's by trusting my reflector aspect along with my profile, my 6-2, which is a hermit role model. I then command on the ground, the manifest, for these logical patternings. And in doing so, I then gain trust in my team, which I am going to say my tribe. That's really what I'm doing here on YouTube, is creating a community, a tribe, a village, a voice for humanity. But the 7 is also known as the wise shepherd. It's the energy to stay true to the highest vision for the collective. And I'm wondering if that's why I channeled in Dharma today, because that's just kind of what that felt like for me. This morning, really early when I got up, I just had this feeling of gratitude and living in a state of Dharma instead of karma. And the 31 is just being an authentic, natural leader. It's using the energy of reverence, if you will, to lead others into a fair and just type of vision. So I thought that was actually pretty spectacular. Honestly, it just resonated with me today. And on the elemental I way, of course, what do we have here? We've got a young earth rat of a day, a woozy. Woozy makes us sleepy, right? Woozy. The young earth is a mountain. So often we go to the mountain. We go to the mountain to tell the mountain our secrets. The mountain does not come to us. So this is a reliable, practical energy. It's ideas, principalities, it's stick-to-itiveness. The yin water is moving water. It's a river, I would say, but it's wealth created, getting in the flow to create and bring abundance for our yang mountain day or person. And yin wood is power for a yang earth person or day. It's authentic power. Its nature is authenticity, transformation, change, all the things. It can be chaos and drama as well, though. So just knowing our power, our innate gifts and power. And the earth is not rooted. It's like a lone mountain with a vast meadow, all the yin wood, and rivers. But our day does need more friends to be supportive. And it also needs some courage, some mettle. That's the creativity, fine-tuning. And fire to be supportive, yin fire, creating more of what our day needs, the comforts. Fire surrounded by stones, a barrier of protection. And it's also, when I think of fire, it's love, it's joy, where we've got the courage, the protection, the boundaries, maybe even some silver, kind of filling that. But creating the earth, fire creates earth, so it's ritual, an earth ritual with the stones, placing stones or crystals even on the body, and grounding into the earth star. So, what are the elements that you are in need of on this life affirming manifesting day? Are you initiating the action to take to create or be in alignment with who you authentically are? Really holding space for authentic gratitude. Literally, the blessings sometimes are very much in disguise for our own personal growth, our personal medicine, and really seeing everything that we have done, everything that we have achieved, like looking in the mirror and just, oh my gosh, look what I have done, and flicking off all the shit that other people try to throw on us. Seriously. Look at what you've done and how far you've really come, and love and protect, but also trusting and loving who you are and what you're becoming. You may also see some investments in your outer life, your daily life, your day-to-day reality in a way that are also coming in. They're taking shape. They're coming towards you. So be in a place of authenticity, gratitude, kindness. That's what nature is, kindness. That's the opposing force. Anger or kindness. I'll take kindness, thank you. And support, being in support of your projects and things that really feel supportive to you and of you and for you. Be optimistic and just refrain from the sacrificing of who we are, any compromising to who you are within yourself. So if this investment is creating a feeling of undervaluing you, that's not a great idea. But if it's upcycling your value, your soul capital, your dharma, your soul credit, the feeling's going to be there. So it's between you growing as your person, your personal medicine, or maybe an outside influence. Choose you first, your inner growth, your inner spirit, your dharma. So all in all, you won't be disappointed in these results. So it's time to own your own success, knowing heartfelt that we are moving forward. And Melodoma, I've worked with him. So I started my journey into the world of indigenous technologies. He prefers that over shamanism, quite honestly. But he once said in ritual space community, because that's what we do in community, we let everybody voice where they are. That's what a community, a village is. And then we work through that, do ritual, and then regroup as a community. But he said, you go forward, you die. You go backward, you die. So by all means, go forward. Either way, right? Nobody gets out of Earth School alive. We just transcend. We turn into pure energy. So the messages today, I'm kind of going out there, right? But the messages today have some great insight here. So the messages, first we have, I did do 2 messages, by the way, one for today and one for the weekend in a way. But we have sacrifice. This is like the 44. So this is knowing where we belong and where we do not belong. So are you going through a moment where you are or have been self-sacrificing to yourself, doing things, being with people in an environment that your heart knows you do not belong in? Maybe it's served its purpose, or maybe you have served its purpose, and you are moving to where you do belong. I'm going through it. So this may be in society, could be your career, relationships, friendships, all of the things, moving to a new place. But once we know authentically in our heart where we do not belong, it's easier to find where we do belong. So for me, it's like I'm asking myself, am I in the right place with the right people? And I know I get feelings. I don't work with a lot of people because of the feelings I get. Sometimes they're negating, and then I have to say, is this me or is this them? So I go through this whole process every day. So in all of the things, you may start to see where you don't belong within yourself, things you say to yourself, the voice inside of yourself, inside voice, the feelings inside or even outside of you. Energy never lies. We can feel when people are telepathically, what they're thinking, feeling, sensing about us. But once you get that feeling of the vibration, even the energy frequency, and it hits you, you know where you do belong, and you also know where you don't belong. So it's time to really feel into and commit to a new frequency. It's a new state of where your heart, your soul, your spirit authentically belongs, and you start law of attracting that. And to sacrifice actually means to make sacred, offering gratitude from your heart space, a ritual, a feast, things made from love and of love, prepared for spirit, the beings in the other world, whether it's an ancestor, could be a candomblé, a wedame, the fae, all the things I'd go to, trees, a whole other conversation. So sacrifices or offerings often involve rituals of usually chickens, not always. It's not even always of blood, but kind of, yes, it is. But, that's what that's kind of a divine purpose, is being in that frequential energy. Sometimes it's to the gods, all the gods, the ancestors again, the beings of the other world. There's so many things that we don't discuss. Even in the Bible has sacrifices, lambs, fruits, vegetables, all the things. Somehow we got off path. I don't know. Songs, prayers. But being otherworldly, what is the one person or thing you feel that you cannot live without? So kind of muse about that for a minute. So it's time to offer it all into the realm of spirit, collecting our dharma instead of our karma, so that it may unfold as it will, like the flower budding. We don't need to cling to the old form, just allowing sacrifice to weigh heavy upon us. It's like the God Atlas. We don't need to carry the earth. So we have often sacrificed ourselves, our dreams for way too long, living in this thing called life, Prince. Doing for the others. Now is the time to rededicate to our own self, to our own journey, to our own scribe. So when we make sacred, that's when we open doors to this infinite wealth, value, abundance, soul capital. So don't delay. Live in your dharma. Like literally bring in those streams. It's a perfect message for the energy of today. See the universe, how it works? So our next message, our final one, we've got the moon. And the moon's in the season of Leo. I've got gates aligned. It's a fire sign in the season of Aries. So we've got the sun on fire, Mars is in water. It's with Cancer. But Cancer is also the moon. So it's kind of got this tipsy turvet kind of flowing in. So we've got the sun, we've got the moon, and we have Mars all in this cosmic dance. You can't make that up. And the 37. That actually adds to the degree of today, so that's even curious. The 3 is our beliefs, and the 7 is Neptune, our spiritual essence. It's Pisces. And Jupiter's in Aries, and that always adds to a 10. It's at the 19th degree. Neptune in Pisces is also at the spiritual degree, 25. So we are in this highly octave spiritual manifesting energy day. It's like the divine operator is literally assisting us to manifest. So hang into your dharma. Take any action to manifest from your heart, your spirit's desires. That's what I'm feeling. But the moon, as a reflector by design, I flow with the moon. The moon has a steady progression through all of the signs, from light to dark, the ebb, the flow, the gates, the rebirthing, new phases, waxing, waning, all of the things. But the waters of the earth, our emotions, our feelings, rising, and it's rising like Leo. Sometimes it's simmering in our unconscious. So Leo is our heart. It's what we love by design. So this is a message of going on a journey of self-renewal, birthing anew. It's like we're birthing our own heart, just like the moon activating in new gates for me. It's cyclical, but yet different through each zodiac sign. And the moon does this dance so we can then release, get unstuck. And we do have this full moon coming, a pink one. I would say be more loving and opening up to that heart space, spirit, whether from a, specific situation or life in general. We're kind of in this releasing many characters of life. So what do we need to do? We need to make time to be alone, sacred space with who we are authentically, without distractions from modernity. Malidoma would always say modernity, creating the sacred space, the moon. And of all the things, society included, having courage to really look upon and into all of the things, all of the corridors, the unwanted things, the things about who we are that we haven't embraced, part of our essence, part of our being, our spirit, our soul, all the things, until we have arrived to a place of not just resolution, but a place of solution. And often I find the ghost in the darkness. There's the best treasures are in there within each and every one of us in humanity. They're really hidden where people are often the most afraid to go. But go inward of all the things, living our dharma instead of our karma, escalating and elevating. So are you feeling the feeling of what a meaningful life feels like? I would literally affirm that I am living my dharma. I am feeling the love, the gratitude, the blessings. Sometimes they're in disguise. the blessings of the universe and vibrating all that I am and sending that out into the world so the world will return it tenfold. Knowing that we are our greatest resource and living our Dharma, it's a very different frequency, isn't it? Just say that out loud to yourself. I am living my Dharma today and all days. So with that, I say Ashe. Be sure to tune in to my latest podcast, Martin, and I will see you on the other side. Ashe. Blessings.
Creates all the effects we experience nowadays, because as Western philosophy puts it into words, what we experience on a day-to-day basis, on a moment-to-moment basis, is what they define as phenomena, or what we are perceiving through our senses on the surface. However, behind this phenomena, all wise philosophers call the noumena, or the cause of these phenomenal effects that we experience, whatever that might be, from the sunshine to the leaves on the tree moving to our hearts beating and so on. All of this is defined as phenomena, or in other words, is an effect. But in a causal universe, there is always cause that creates every effect. There is no effect that is ever being created without a